Greetings and welcome to this FDNY F01, F03, and F04 review. Hopefully you find this training very helpful. To obtain your license, you must go to 9 Metrotech in Brooklyn, New York. It is easily accessible by the R train to J Street Metrotech, or taking the A, C, and F train to J Street Borough Hall. When you obtain your certificate of fitness, it will be valid for a period of 3 years. Tests are conducted Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., except on legal holidays. The F01 Fireguard for Impairment is a citywide license. It consists of 20 multiple-choice questions administered on a touchscreen. You will have 30 minutes to complete the exam, and you must score at least 70% to pass. Whenever the sprinkler, standpipe, or fire alarm system is out of service, an F01 Fireguard is required. What is an impairment? Any condition in which a fire protection system cannot perform its designated fire safety function. This includes sprinklers, standpipes, fire pumps, and other systems that are tied in for fire protection. You will need to know the different classes of fire: Class A, B, C, D, and K. Class A fires involve common combustible materials such as wood, trash, and paper. Class B fires involve flammable liquids and gasoline. Class C fires involve energized electrical equipment. Class D fires involve combustible metals. And Class K fires involve combustible cooking media, such as oil and grease. Once again, the different classes of fire: Class A, Class B, Class C, Class D, and Class K. One of the main responsibilities of the building owner is to ensure an impairment coordinator is assigned. In the absence of one, the building owner shall act as the impairment coordinator. We'll talk a little bit about the fire triangle, which is fuel, oxygen, and heat. If you take away one, you put out the fire. Your fire protection system might be taken out for a planned or unplanned reason. Planned out-of-service systems are typically due to repairs, service, and testing. Unplanned could be due to a major defect, such as an empty tank, a break, a leak in the system. Fire watch is required to be conducted at least once every hour. No individual fireguard shall patrol more than 50,000 square feet. If an area is over 50,000 square feet, an additional fireguard is required. For example, if a space was 175,000 square feet, you're going to need multiple fireguards. The impairment coordinator, or a trained, knowledgeable person, can conduct fire watch up to the first 4 hours, less than 50,000 square feet. But after 4 hours of a system being out of service, only F01 certificate of fitness holders can perform fire watch. Fireguards must have a general knowledge of portable fire extinguishers, pull stations, and emergency exits. They are there to protect the building. The orientation can come from the fire safety director, the construction fire safety manager, or even the property manager. The fire guard should know the ins and outs of the building, the entry areas, the exits, locations of stairwells, locations of extinguishers, emergency contacts. They must also know if the sprinkler system is working, if the standpipe system is working, and if the fire alarm system is working. If any of those three are not working, you have an impairment. Fire guards shall have no other given responsibilities while conducting fire watch. They must make hourly patrols and inspections, and when done, document it in the logbook. Smoking is not permitted in the building. While on patrol, fire guards should check emergency exit stairwells, making sure they're free and clear. They shall also check emergency exit doors to ensure nothing is blocking them. Whenever there is hot work, a hot work permit must be created. This record must be kept on premises and maintained for at least 48 hours after the work has been completed. What is hot work? Any cutting, grazing, brining, welding, or torch work operations. If the sprinkler system is out of service, no hot work can be performed. The fire department shall be notified that a standpipe, sprinkler, or fire alarm system is out of service. Whatever the reason, whether it's planned or unplanned, you must notify the borough dispatcher, building owner, the tenants that are impacted, and the insurance company. In the event of a fire, always call 911 first. We'll talk about manual pull stations, and there are two types: single action and double action. The name says it all. Single action requires only one step to activate. Double action requires 2 steps. Manual pull stations may not directly transmit a signal to the fire department, so it's important a phone call is made to 911. During the patrols, you will also check all of the safety signs throughout the building. Sprinklers and standpipes are inspected by certificate of fitness holders. S12 is the C of F for the sprinkler system. S13 is the C of F for a standpipe system. There are 2 types of standpipes: dry standpipe and wet standpipe. Portable fire extinguishers are another important part to fire protection. The fire extinguishers should be mounted so that the top of the extinguisher is no more than 5 feet above the floor and the bottom is no less than 4 inches. In other words, no fire extinguishers on the floor. That would be unacceptable. In the event of a small fire, the fire guard can grab the extinguisher to put out the flames. But remember, call 911. Use the pass system. Pull the pin, aim at the base of the fire, squeeze the handle, and sweep from left to right. Once again, the classes of fire are Class A, Class B, Class C, Class D, and Class K. Fire extinguishers must be visually inspected on a monthly basis, and they are serviced annually by an outside contractor. They must have a W96 C of F. Visual inspections are conducted on a monthly basis. Now we talk about the F03 and the F04. These individuals are required to maintain order in a place of assembly, which is known as a PA, or a temporary place of assembly, TPA. Individuals going for this license should take the F03 first, as it's 25 multiple choice questions. Once they pass, they can go right up to the window and pay the extra $25 and get the additional license without taking another exam. These individuals are required for indoor and outdoor places of assembly and public gatherings. They're there to manage the occupants and help in the event of an emergency. The magic numbers to remember are a certificate of occupancy, which indicates 75 people or more members of the public may gather indoors, or 200 or more may gather outdoors. In what type of locations? Well, dance halls, bowling alleys, TV and radio studios, sports arenas, bingo halls. As with all fire department certificates of fitness, you must keep it on your person at all times in case an inspector comes on site and asks to see it. For TPA, safety personnel are recommended to arrive on the premises at least 1 hour prior to the event and stay until everyone leaves. Definitions are also going to be important to help you pass this exam. Here are some very important ones to remember. Assembly areas, building occupants, evacuation, partial evacuation. Most importantly, everyone should know that the property will have a fire safety and evacuation plan. This is a written plan which sets forth circumstances and procedures for the in-building relocation, partial evacuation, or full building evacuation in the event of an emergency. The acronym ESCAPE is a great tool to remember for pre-event inspections. E standing for exits. S for storage. C, capacity. A, aisles. P, protection. And E, emergency exit lighting. Once again, that acronym, ESCAPE. During the event, patrols should be conducted. Aisles should be kept free and clear. People should not be allowed to sit, stand in, or block any aisles. It is very important that there are daily inspections of the exit doors, pull stations, portable fire extinguishers, automatic fire doors. During the performance, the event coordinator shall make an audio announcement no more than 10 minutes prior to the start of the event, giving occupants the location of exits to be used in the event of an emergency. Areas or assembly areas that have standing room will have a maximum 2 rows with 6 feet spread out of clear distance. No CNG cylinders will be allowed, as they are prohibited at outdoor gatherings. The same goes for flammable liquids, as they shall be unlawful prior to the temporary place of assembly. These documents must go to the Department of Buildings for approval. In the event of a fire, call 911, then activate the manual pull station. That fire alarm signal will go to the fire command station and to the central station, who will then in turn notify the fire department. In the event of a medical emergency, call 911 first. For places of assembly with attendance of over 5,000 people, An on-site emergency healthcare facility must be provided. For bomb threats, once again, call 911 first. Do not touch, move, or open the article. In the event of an active shooter event, remember the letters A, B, C. Avoid, barricade, and confront. You are not expected as a civilian to take out the threat. However, run if you can, hide if you must, confront as a last resort. You should try to implement the actions this way you could minimize the injuries to the occupants. Immediately call 911 and give as much information as possible. In the event of an active shooter situation, do not use the manual pull stations. Remember, law enforcement will be responding. It is important to keep hands up, clear, and visible. Police officers who arrive on the scene are there to stop the threat first, then help injured people. You can find these study booklets on the fire department's website. Good luck.